Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. That used to be my catchphrase for the channel. It's a good opening, isn't it? Too bad it was never a better channel. You know, this whole mission from God I was on. I was on because of and for you, MerFace. I'm really tired of talking to the channel at large. I just want to talk to you so bad. How do you go from telling someone that they're Jesus or whatever to leaving them? Like, seriously, how do I fall from that much grace in your eyes? There's nothing I ever did that at least wasn't part of some nuanced argument that we had between each other. Some things that aren't anybody's business, but like when it comes to the basic stuff that I do around the house or errands running and stuff like that, you used to tell me not to do those things because of my back. That's why I spent so much time teaching the girls how to do stuff. That's why when it came to a new vehicle, all we worried about was getting you a new vehicle. I'm trying not to be like a broken record stuck on repeat, but that's how my mind feels lately. I worshipped you as my goddess. That's who we were. We're not just some normal couple. And we didn't ask for what we were. God thrust that upon us. Remember all of the different apparitions and miracles, UFOs, whatever you want to call them. Remember the Hogyoku? Remember the feeling that you got when we saw it? Remember how as we fell in love, the universe seemed to break down and reveal itself to us? And God revealed a lot of truth to both of us. And we had a purpose together of sharing that truth. And from everything from sitting on the porch outside in the old ghetto apartment and just watching the stars together, to dealing with things together in our lives like Ashley dying, my mom dying. I don't know how much closer we could have been. But when I sit and think about it, we both failed our responsibility as husband and wife to each other. If you come back, what I'm going to promise you is that anytime any of my demons come to the surface, I'm going to let you know and trust in your guidance and your help to deal with them, and just do what you say. I just want to love, honor, and obey you. I just want my wife back. Our marriage was holy. And unless everything you told me about our relationship was a lie, it has to still mean something to you. You can't just forget something like that. It's so wrong what's going on right now. You being gone is so wrong. Not just for me, not just because I can't live without you, but it's just wrong. We're supposed to be together. God basically told us to be together. And now you're defying fate, baby. You're defying destiny. Whatever financial struggles we had to deal with, they weren't all in vain. We were slowly scraping our way up. We went from having one old car to 2 cars to a better car for you. We were getting there little by little together. And all that needed to happen was the girls needed to get old enough for me to go back to work. But it's not right that you left so suddenly. You know, tell me I'm not your Christ anymore. Tell me I'm not God to you anymore. You were my goddess. I was your God. We worshiped each other. It was something that nobody else understood. It was something that we just shared together. And when people did understood it, they understood everything better. Our combined wisdom and our example, we used to help advise people together. When did we lose sight of that? When did that stop? I mean, we always had time for family hugs. Anytime you were leaving, I always got the girls to come say, I love you, mommy wammy. You know, that was mine thing that I had them do. That wasn't something they made up. I mean, There were so many special things about our family, and I don't understand how it all just went away. Like, I know the girls were getting older and they were getting more after school activities and stuff. But I just started feeling shut out because of all that stuff. But I never thought our bond, our spiritual bond, could be broken. You know, that's why it was so shocking to me when you started talking to that other guy at Copart. And I guess I never really should have been surprised if you did it again. Because maybe it was all a lie to you. But it was real to me. And it's so hard to see how you could just put on a deception for 8 years. I mean, how do you pretend you love someone while in the back of your mind just thinking he's a crazy person and you're just playing along with him? No, we documented the miracles that we did together. How can you not believe it? How can you not believe in what we were? Do you just not remember? What a tragedy that you're gone because you don't remember. And you just stop trusting me. We were everything to each other. This petty little mortal relationship that you have now that's rooted in nothing but financial comfort, it's not going to last, and it's nothing compared to what we had together. All you're doing is setting the girls up for future trauma. Because just as they start to get used to this guy, you're going to realize that you're unsatisfied by him. How can you possibly be satisfied by him? He's not me. So how could I possibly be satisfied by another woman? They're not you. I need you and only you. And you need me and only me. That was fate. How many generations, how many centuries have I longed to be back with you? Why must you torture me like this? It's been long enough. I've learned my lesson. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, baby. I failed you. I understand that. Come back home and give me a chance to make it up to you. You failed me before. I failed you. You know, we're not fucking perfect. We never claimed to be. We're both fucked up. But we were fucked up together. You used to accept what was fucked up about me. I used to accept what was... I still do accept... More than ever, I accept what's fucked up about you. You know, I sit here and dwell on all the things about you that irritated me that just shouldn't have. That I shouldn't have let them irritate you. me, that I should have just stopped and been thankful for my wonderful wife and not allowed myself to dwell on any kind of negative feelings toward you. Dingo, lay down. You know, it would have been nice if you would have just said, I don't like you being Jesus anymore. Mainly because all the times I begged you to stop being Jesus. You know, in the beginning, we decided that I would be your messenger, that I would go after the big chauvinist conspiracy that's oppressing women and that's usurped ancient history, that's hidden the truth of our past. I did that for you. I would have gladly not done it for you, too. I thought that's what you cared about and believed in. And now are you going to say none of that matters because you're so focused on this life that you don't care about the afterlife? You're so focused on this life that you don't care about our children's spiritual health? Like, I understand financial comfort is nice, but what we had was so much more important than that. What we had was just so much greater, just so much more.
Hey, good morning. I'm alright. How are you?
I have a roommate. Helping me clean out the whole place.
Oh, yeah. That was just
In exchange for the first month's rent. But she understands that if y'all come back, that she's gonna maybe either have to make some kind of live-in maid arrangement until she finds a new place, or she's gonna have to go stay with her friend. But she's already made it clear to me that she's not gonna get in the way at all if you come back.
Right. And God does that. You know, Mom, He does. So I'm okay.
She's been giving me good advice. A Christian and an empath.
Exactly.
A little older, a little wiser. Dingo, lay down. That's enough.
Yeah.
Lay down. But yeah, that's what boggles my mind. All of my problems, baby, all of my problems. And I know I had some fucking problems. I know I fucked up. I know there's a lot I need to do better. If you just give me the chance. But all those problems could have been avoided if you just told me to stop being Jesus. If you just told me, I think we were mistaken. I don't think the universe opened up to reveal you as God. That would have been just a perfectly psychologically healthy thing for us to do. And everything that was going wrong with my fucking mind, everything that was going wrong as far as me thinking that you should have been there for me, and that, you know, the way you just let me fucking get away with anything. That wouldn't have happened if I was just normal, mortal human being Sean. I wouldn't have taken you for granted. I mean, how do you not take somebody for granted when they think, you know, hey number one, hey number two. We thought of each other as the first two beings in creation. We had jokes about it. But was it just a joke to you? I can't believe that. And if it wasn't a joke to you, if it wasn't all a lie to you, baby, what the fuck are you doing? We're not supposed to be apart. What are you doing? Come home. Please. What are you doing? Not how can you do this to me, but just what are you doing to us? You can't throw us away. My MerFace. Baby, come back home. I'll do anything you ask. And I'll do all the things that you never thought you should have to ask me. I'll wait on you like a butler, for fuck's sake. How about I stop being Jesus, but you still get to be my goddess? Or let's just be normal human beings if that's what you want. That's what I always wanted. I did what I did because I thought that was why you loved me. And I never thought you'd leave because I always thought you saw that we always made it through. Financially, all our struggles always wound up getting solved somehow or another. And it wasn't always up to you. That's what this fucking YouTube channel was for. This channel that I didn't have when you married me. I didn't have any extra revenue when you married me. You told me to stay at home with the kids. And that's what I did. I got the kids on the bus every fucking morning for damn near all 7 years that we lived here. Helping them with their schoolwork after school, helping them with their social problems. And teaching them everything I could teach them. Turning the power back on when it goes out, you know? Things that dads do. Wait, no, that's not, most dads can't turn the power back on when it goes out. And again, most people can't wave their hand and make lightning strike. Or make lights get brighter, flames get taller, stars move. Do you remember the stars moving for us, baby? The stars would dance because we were together. What are you doing? We're not supposed to be apart. We're supposed to work out our differences and solve our problems. And if I'm not the best daddy ever anymore, tell me. Help me to try harder. I tried to help you with everything that you had to go through. I was always there for you. I was always talking to you about whatever your problems were. I always cared. Why can't you remember the good things? Why can't you remember the miracles? You're selling your soul, baby. Please stop. Please get your soul back. Stop worshiping money and worship God. Stop living for money and do what's right. I know you need money to take care of your kids. I know that. I've always understood that. And I've always helped you with that. And you're going to wait until the girls finally get old enough that they can stay home without us and leave before I can go back to work. We hadn't put any money into my car. We got you 3 different cars because we, as a couple, decided that you would be the one that worked while I stayed home with the kids because I'm fucking crippled. And I know you got a brand new fancy car because that's what selling your soul can get you. And you know what? If you come back, you might not get to have that car anymore. But you'll get to have your MerFace. That's me. Remember me? I'm your MerFace. and we can get the scion back from my dad. Or we could just try to pay the note on it. If you like your new truck, I want you to keep your new truck. I thought you loved the CRV that we got together. I'm sorry it broke down on you. I'm sorry I wasn't there to fix it for you. I'm sorry I've already said that. I don't even want to go on with my life without you. And if you could just remember what we had together, you'd realize what a mistake you're making. This is a tragedy. This is so wrong. We're supposed to be together. You need to come back home. What are you doing, baby? My God. I told you this would happen. That's why I forgave you the first time. Because I knew that you had gone from one relationship to another relationship. And you never had time to be single and figure yourself out. And that's why I really haven't been mad at you this time. I really haven't. I try to be mad at you just so I can move on with my life, but it doesn't work. Because I understand you too well and I forgive you. And I blame myself more than anything. Because I was supposed to be our spiritual guide. I was supposed to hold this family together. And I failed. But I took you for granted because of the same reason why I didn't feel comfortable going to church anymore. Because you let me be something that I wasn't supposed to be. I thought I was supposed to be it. I guess you thought I was supposed to be it too, but obviously not. Because you're more important to me than all of that. You were what made that important. I did all of that for you. And I would have done anything you asked, baby. I would have done anything. You know, I thought the reason why we taught the kids how to do their own dishes and their own laundry and stuff like that, and the reason why I taught them all that stuff was because you didn't want me having to do all that stuff because you didn't like to see me in pain all the time. But I would gladly just be in pain for you all the time. I would have rather been in pain than feel this pain that I'm feeling now. It feels like something's just ripped out of my chest. How can you say that I never did anything for you or the girls? How can you say that? How can you possibly believe that? Because that's what you have to tell yourself to justify what you're doing right now. And it's a lie. So that means what you're doing right now is a lie. What you think of as happiness, it's a hollow excuse for love. What what are you doing? Just what in God's name are you even fucking doing right now? We're not supposed to be apart. No matter what I fucked up, all you had to do was communicate it to me and forgive me. I don't even get to wish my baby a happy birthday. And that's my baby. I don't care if she's not biologically mine. That's Layla is my baby. And I don't know why Katrina hates me now. She used to could never get enough of me. The child used to damn near harass me for affection. And I was always happy to give it to both of them. They'd both come snuggle with me every day after school. And I was always the one to make sure that they snuggled with you after school, after you got home from work. I kept this family close. I made us work as a unit together. I taught you how to be a better mother, if you don't recall. At least I tried. Whenever you lost patience with them, whenever you wanted to kill them, whenever they were crying and needed their mother, whenever somebody needed to say thank you or I'm sorry, I taught y'all how to do that with each other. I would have to make sure it happened. A lot of times I felt like I was raising 3 girls. You want to try to tell your friends like you feel like you're raising 3 children. No, I felt like I was raising 3 children. I was always willing to be an adult about anything you wanted to talk to me about. And I'm sorry I didn't run more errands because you had the car and you were already on your way home from work passing the damn store. And I'm sorry that you forgot that the reason why I didn't go out and back in your truck was because it messed with my back. The Jeep did, the Scion did, the CRV still did. And, you cared about me. So there were some things that I did for this family, and there were some things that you did for this family. But you got to tell yourself now that I did nothing. Even though anytime you asked me to do something, I was there for you to do it. And I did plenty that I was never asked to do. I know you can't just roll your eyes at this. I know you know it's true. What you're telling everyone right now is a lie. And I just can't help but wonder, are you really telling yourself these lies? You used to call me the best daddy ever. For what? Don't you remember? It's because I took care of you. I damn near waited on you hand and foot. Did you clean up after me? No, I cleaned up after you. And all I did I didn't complain about it. I maybe teased you about it sometime, like really, that ashtray is something special. But did you ever ask me to empty the ashtray for you? Did you ever ask me to take out the trash for you? And when I did it for you, did you say thank you? No. You said I would have done it. You tried to make an excuse like you knew it was your responsibility to clean up after yourself, but you just hadn't felt like it yet or whatever. And you were getting around to it, and you tried to explain it instead of just appreciating what I did. And maybe remembering. That's why we're apart right now, because you can't remember what I did for you. That's why we're apart right now. You just can't remember. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to other people. And you just can't remember what you've really lost. But you know that what you have now doesn't compare. The sky did not open up and tell you to be together. The world did not need saving, and only you knew how to do it. All you have is the monotonous, tedious, boring, normal, mundane, bullshit relationship that anybody who sells their soul can get. And the reason why we struggled together is because we didn't sell our soul. And the reason why it was beautiful, the reason why we appreciated it, the reason why it was valuable, our struggle, is because it brought us closer to God. It taught us more and more how to depend on God. At least that's what it was supposed to be teaching us. I guess you didn't get the memo, and I guess I failed to teach you. That was my responsibility, to make sure you understood that our struggle together was supposed to bring us closer to God together. And like I said, I should have been taking you to church with me. Or I should have been going to church with y'all. Or we should have been going to church together as a family. Because then we might not have fucking lost sight of that. We might not have become such ignorant people. We really did. We you know, Trump won the fucking election, and time just seemed to speed up for me. And my mom died. And I mean, I was already depressed enough about the election, and I guess it hit me harder than it should hit most people. But it really did hit me pretty hard. And then my mom died. And it was because of how close you and I were that I didn't think I needed her anymore. But then what happened with her not accepting Layla? You know, I guess she was right about you. I guess I should have been keeping those kids at an arm's length. Here's another reason why you should come back to me, just to make my mom not right about you. When did you start seeing me as an adversary? When did you stop loving me? When did you completely forget who we were and what I've done for you? And how many times are you going to make me apologize for not doing enough? And how long is it going to be before this is enough? How sorry do you need me to be? Nobody could be more fucking sorry than I am. I got depressed and I lost my fucking way. But you should have been there for me. And you weren't. All you were worried about was the material world. And where we went wrong was dividing the responsibility. I was supposed to worry about the spiritual stuff while you worried about the real world stuff. That was stupid. It's not that it was unfair. It's not that it was unfair as far as the division of labor goes. It's just that it was bound to seem unfair because you not being focused on spiritual things would obviously wind up thinking whatever the hell a demon wants you to think about your own marriage. And demons don't like marriage. Demons don't like people to be married, especially when it's a union under God. And right now, evil is winning.
All right.
Yeah. I may have succumbed to evil, but you let it win. And you've got to make it better, baby. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be. Whatever your fears are, whatever your doubts are, we'll find a way. Everything will be okay if you just come back home. And we will move out of this fucking shithole trailer as soon as we possibly can, I promise you. A year tops. If you come back now, we can still file tax returns together and still get a fat return refund next time. We can use that to get the hell out of here. We take down all these aquariums, bag up all the fish that are left, and bring them back to the pet store. And never have another fish tank again if you want. Or we could just keep Squirmy as a nightlight. Misha misses her mama. I miss my mama. I miss my girls. I can't believe I don't get to talk to Layla on her birthday. If you see this, can you please let her call me? Or just fucking come home. Come home today and let's have a birthday party at Robin's. I'm sure she won't mind. Come home. Please. This is so wrong. Please make things right again. Please give me a chance to make things right again. I know what I did wrong. And I'm never gonna make the same mistakes again. And you have no reason to doubt me on that. Frankly, I have every reason to doubt you. But I see you. Even when the world has taken you over, I see your soul, baby. Our marriage is supposed to last forever. Not be torn apart. Laid asunder. If you want to know whether what you're doing right now is wrong or not, just remember your wedding vows. Or maybe I broke some too. But we owe it to ourselves and to God. We owe it to God to try to make things work. I owe it to God right now. I owe it to God to make this video to try to plead with you. Because I was never so happy in my life. I never imagined being so happy as I was with you. And I'm sorry for every time I doubted it, every time I forgot it, every time I got irritated by what I was blessed with. I'm sorry for all my psychological deficiencies. But now that I know the pain of losing you, I could never possibly make those mistakes again. Come back home. The life we built together, it's not just worth salvaging. It was a miracle. And you can see that differently if you want to look at through materialistic lenses, if you want to read your life as a gossip column. But you should know that what we had, even our struggle together, even our struggle was special and holy. And if you wanted it to just be normal, all you had to do was ask. Because I would have done anything for you. I would have convinced myself of anything for you, thought anything for you, believed anything for you. You are the greatest miracle of my life. And there's no one else for me. And I'm sorry if I ever made you feel like I thought I could find somebody better one day or something like that. I'm sorry if I was ever mad at you that I thought that too. Those times when you wouldn't stop screaming at me when I was crying. In weakness, I allowed myself to stray mentally. Actually, I just allowed myself to stray. But I know now that I should have been stronger for you. I think you and I both know what it's like to feel like the victim for most of our lives. And yeah, the fact that I need you should at least have some effect on this. This should prove to you that all your doubts about whether I really wanted to be with you, this should prove to you that they were all just demons fucking with your head. And I'm not going to say they never fucked with my head. Because when you would go crazy on me, yeah, they'd fuck with my head. But I always talked myself down. I always realized how thankful I was for my family. I always prayed to God and regained acceptance with you being the purpose of my life. But I forgot to focus. I stopped forgetting. I started forgetting more and more on focusing on your happiness. Because making you happy is what makes me happy. And now that I can't make you happy anymore, now that I can't kiss you in the morning, now that I can't rub your feet and give you massages, rub your knees when they ache, now that I can't do that, I'm miserable. Just come back home and let me get a fucking job, please. I won't I won't ever let you start a fight with me again. I'm just gonna let you be right all the time. Even if you're wrong, I'm gonna let you be right just to make you happy. Because I don't even care about right or wrong anymore. I don't care about what is facts and what is the illusion. You're all I care about. You're the reason I have such a passionate definition between good and evil. And maybe it's unhealthy. Maybe what I'm doing right now is unhealthy. And maybe you'll never even watch this. But you are the love of my life. I've loved you my whole life. I've searched for you my whole life. And I still believe that was you before you were born. I still believe that before your soul attached to your body, that you appeared to me in my dreams, and even in reality, back when I lived in New Zealand. Morning, Mr. Conway. Because you remembered things. You remembered me trying to do the Woody Woodpecker impression. You remembered the clovers. You remembered the starfish. If you lied about all those things, then I shouldn't be making this video right now. But if you thought for a second that you really remembered those things, if our love wasn't a lie, not just from that, but from all of our experiences together, back in the old apartment, trying to support Ukraine, trying to warn people about Russia, trying to teach people about Mary Magdalene. Unless all that was just meaningless to you, unless you were just playing along and truly just using me for what I could do for you, then you need to come back. You need to stop forsaking God, stop forsaking everything that's holy, stop forsaking the truth itself, and come back home. Yeah, figures. I sure wish somebody would talk to her for me. Because the more I think about it, I can't see how she doesn't secretly miss me. Just like I can't see how Harriet would be smart enough to make that shit up. Those details were beyond her understanding to give. It's my new roommate. I wish someone would remind her. You know, that's why I'm making this video right now. Because she obviously either doesn't remember or is pretending to not remember everything I ever did for her, everything that we were together. And if she could just remember, if she could just fucking remember, if she could really remember, she'd be back already. Kira. Well, you can never say enough, man. Just, she needs to be reminded. Any subtle way you can think to remind her. Just fucking send her another message. Tell her what an example we were together. Tell her you still can't believe we're apart because of how miraculous our love was. Because I know that's true for you. Holy fuck, I think Leo died. I haven't seen Leo since yesterday. Can't even fucking keep clownfish alive right now. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long because then she's not going to be able to watch the whole thing. So I guess I'll go ahead and call it a broadcast for now.
You got a black cat too?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's midnight.
Wants to eat. Come on. Come eat. Go eat. They're hungry. Cookies.
I usually give them food outside.
Oh, well. I didn't know. They were just following me. I knew they were saying they're like,
Midnight. There's a food bowl right there. Yeah, there's already some in there. Well, he's used to being in trouble for being over there.
Oh.
Yeah. I usually
So he
feed.
was
So I
sneaking
said I usually feed them outside.
Okay, well, I'll go bring them some outside.
I'll get them. Don't worry about it.
They were talking to me. You're hungry.
Midnight.
I didn't know. What are you, dog? You stealing the kitty's little bites? Oh, you what?
But anyways. Simba and Midnight are in here. So, yeah, I wish I could just ask her to fucking watch this broadcast. I wish I knew for sure that she was going to watch it. The only way I'll fucking know is if she comes home. But I'm going to go ahead and call it a broadcast before it gets too long, because I want her to actually see this. And just, if she's, baby, if you watch all the way to this point, just, all I can say is, again, this is fucking wrong. What's going on right now, us being apart, You leaving me for another man, it's wrong. It's evil. It's what the devil wants. You need to come home, baby. You need to come home. You may be comfortably financially. You may be comfortable financially. But right now you're lost spiritually. And so am I. I'm completely lost without you. Please, call me. Come home. Something. You're torturing me. I love you. Always have and I always will. You're my MerFace, my only MerFace. I need you back. And you need to come back home. Before it's too late. Don't let that divorce go through. Come back home. We can. I will re-propose to you. I will propose to you all over again, and I'll have my dad come out here and we can redo our wedding vows. But you need to come home. Now. Stop living this lie that you've built for yourself. We'll find a way to make enough money to do whatever you need. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care how much it hurts my back. But you're what I live for, baby. And I don't want to go on living anymore without you. Please have mercy on me. Please come back home. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, whoever's watching. And MerFace, if you're watching, fucking call me. I miss talking to you. I miss listening to you. I miss having to tell the girls be quiet so I could pay attention to you. I miss every irritating thing about being a parent, about being a husband. I don't just remember the positive, but I'm thankful for the negative now. And you'll never find another man who will be as devoted to you as I am, as I always was, and more so even now that I know what it's like to lose you. There couldn't be a more committed man. There couldn't be a more devoted man than someone who's truly learned the value of what he has the way I have. And maybe I needed a wake-up call. I'm sure I did need a wake-up call. But it's time for it to end. Enough is enough, baby. It's been long enough. You should know by now that what you have is meaningless. You should know by now that it's coming home, coming back to me, is doing what is right. And what you're doing right now is just wrong. It's as wrong as I was for taking you for granted. And whatever else I did to piss you off. What you're doing right now is just as wrong as that. I'm not mad at you, though. I'm not. I just need you home. I need you back. I can't live my life without you. God, I just wish I could talk to you right now. I wish I could just have a normal adult grown-up conversation with you. I'm sorry for any time you thought I wasn't listening. I'm sorry for any time I didn't hear what you were saying. I'm sorry for every time I didn't get it. But you have to know that we deserve another chance. You have to know that that's the right thing to do. Coming back home is the right thing to do. It may be hard, it may be inconvenient. Stop being prideful and sticking with your decision when you know it's wrong. Come back home. Let me love you the way only I can love you. You were the best. You were the best thing that ever happened to me. Our wedding day was the happiest day of my life. Remember our wedding. Remember us. Remember what you're losing. You need to get it back. And I promise I will work as hard as I can to make sure that our love doesn't dwindle, but it just gets better and better. I want to make you feel more and more appreciated every single day. But you gotta end this tragedy. Dingo, lay down. Well, he's just all up in my face this morning. End this. Just end it all. End my suffering. End your delusion. Let the girls have their daddy back. And if there's anything I need to work out with them, let me work it out with them. Let me be the best daddy ever again. And remember why you called me that. And that's all it should take for you to come back. Tell her, Midnight. I honestly don't understand why more people won't try to have this argument with you. Why nobody understands how important it is that we're together. And how much of a tragedy it is for us to be apart. I guess that's what we get for having a love that was beyond most people's comprehension. But unless that love just wasn't real, unless you were faking it the whole time, you need to come back. Because we're meant to be together. And what you're doing right now is wrong. And two wrongs don't make a right. Anyways, I gotta find some food or something. And get these cats out of my house. So. Mr. Conway, somebody's got to push before she winds up finalizing divorce. Okay, she's my wife. I can't just give her time to forget about me. You understand? I haven't even been able to send her a message in 6 months. My soulmate, the one who matters most to me, the one who I talk to about everything, the one who I tried to share my entire life with, I can't even talk to her. And I know she's lost without me because she was always lost without me. And without anybody else talking to her, without anybody else trying to counsel her on what God wants from her, she's just going to remain lost. She's just going to forget. This is fucking wrong. All the instincts I've ever had in my life, there has never... I know, but she's only starting to remember. And she needs a nudge right now. She needs a nudge in the right direction. You know, it's not like this is a girlfriend and I'm supposed to stop obsessing and let her go. This is my wife we're talking about. Who I searched for my whole life. And I don't care what demon tells me that I'm supposed to let go of her, that I could find somebody better. She's the only one that I want. And if I don't get her back, man, just write me off. If those divorce papers come, if that shit really happens, if somebody doesn't get her to stop those papers from fucking coming here and stop that process from going forward, I have nothing to live for. I'm not the type of person that can just live for myself I don't have any ambition. I don't have any greed. I just want my family back. Those girls deserve to have their daddy back. A new and improved one that's woken up to all the mistakes he's ever made. Yeah, I'm definitely making this broadcast too long. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it now and get myself a fucking Pop-Tart to eat or something. Y'all take it easy, but don't take it all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking the like button. And maybe I'll do another broadcast just to hang out. Maybe I'll watch some Star Trek. I don't know. But yeah. Peace.